Hey guys, my name is KidWD5 and welcome to the amazing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Now, I totally am doing this legally. Hey guys, my name is KidWD5 and welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, one of my most favorite games when I used to have a working DS. The touchpad on my DS doesn't work anymore and I haven't got around to actually fixing it, and it's now around the time where I should probably get a 3DS if I was going to have that console. But yeah, here's Phoenix Wright. I'm gonna make a video out of it. I will do these in a new format where I'm going to try and keep it at around 30 minutes and I'm going to use a timer. What you see in the background, I didn't want it to just be black in the background. What you see is a slow motion blurred loop of some waves that I shot when I was in Wright. So, you know, just to keep it interesting. But let's start the timer and start the new game. Gotta turn it up. First turnabout. Oh, I love this game. So good. This game. Oh. Now, because this game has some sort of puzzles stuff, I'm not going to do well in it, but I'll try my best without looking at any walkthroughs. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Yes. Oh, it's been so long since I played this. Oh my goodness. Alright, August 3, 9:47 AM. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Oh, I don't know how to do a woman's voice. Right. No, right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Whew. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. I just mixed up the voices. I don't know what. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Isn't that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away? Oh, who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in an apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry BUTZ. BUTZ. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the BUTZ. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 2. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Love this. Love all of this game. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry BUTZ.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Handshaking, eyesight fading.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
Alright, Larry BUTZ. The defendant? Well, that's Larry BUTZ, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Woo, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim, of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine going on. Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court record. Just touch the court record button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim in this case?
Alright, we get to choose. Now, let's take a look at this. Attorney's badge. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. And Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death, 7:31, 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Profiles. Larry BUTZ, Cindy Stone. That's her. Here we go. Where is it? There we go. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death?
She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed.
I like how my old wise Supreme Judge voice is Winston. Just my Winston voice straight away.
You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was this statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Okay. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently. Okay.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. BUTZ, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything. Unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. No. Alright. Here we go. Sweet. This is great. This is great. I'm just gonna clean my glasses. Ahem. Mr. BUTZ, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey! Watch it! I don't know. I forgot his voice. Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Oh, didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. BUTZ, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Okay, passport added to the court record.
Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman that this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. BUTZ, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering?
I think we're supposed to.
My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
Ugh. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
That was, okay. Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do?
I think I need to answer him. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth.
Yeah, I was there, I went.
Order. Well, Mr. BUTZ?
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. My voice was perfect, nearly perfect. Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. BUTZ is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Now you see how this game continues?
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, this is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers in the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sarwit to the stand.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's the murderer, because we saw who the murderer was, but how are we going to prove?
Mr. Sarwit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sarwit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Alright, here we go. This is one of the main gameplay points. It's great. Ooh, I just hit the microphone. I'm sorry. Witness account. I was going door to door. I keep forgetting who the voices are. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there. A woman. Not moving. Dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally.
The phone that Mr. Sarwit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Blackout record added to the court record.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right. All right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Touch the court record button and point out the contradictions in the testimony. Sweet. Alrighty, here we go. Okay. I forgot what Y is. Hang on. What's the Y button? I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Alright, hang on. Hold it! Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know, he just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like, he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course, what the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So what happened next? Alright, so if we go hold it, I thought he must have been in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. I don't think there's any... Hang on, let's look at this stuff. Blackout record. Electricity to Mrs. Stone. Building was out from noon to 6 p.m. What else is there? What else? The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on the 30th of July, the day before the murder. It's rather a statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Okay, she died from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. on the 31st. And 6 p.m. the thing came back. Okay, I don't think we can do anything. Let's go hold it again. Because pressing to find more information is always good. Half open, you say? Oh, yes, the door was open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd, in a big city like this, I thought. I see. And what happened next? Let's keep holding. Thinking it's strange, I'll look inside the apartment. Hold it. It's always good. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside. Why did Payne cut him off so quickly? So you looked into the apartment. What happened then? Then I saw lying there a woman not moving dead. Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't, but she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. So, you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes, I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. Okay, I'm not gonna press that because that seems okay. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Hold it! Hold it! The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean, no. No, it wasn't. Right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, that, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? Alright. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting there. I don't know. How... There's a limited amount of hold-its I can do, so I'm scared to do something wrong. Why use a public phone? Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone, and being in the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments. Ah, right. What time did you call again? I remember the time exactly. It was 1 PM. Hold it. 1 PM? Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. Confident. For some reason that sounded wrong to me. 1 PM? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Oh. Time of death, 4 PM to 5 PM. Objection! Now you know that you've done the right thing because the music cuts off. That's when you know that you've done the right objection. You found the body at 1 PM. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 PM for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 PM. There was nobody to, no body to find at 1 PM. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that, Objection! This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 PM? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait! I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Witness testimony. Time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 PM. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. That's not true at all. That's an easy one. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Yes, I got this one. I'm pretty sure I know what to do now. The next one. Alright, here we go. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Let's press just... Are you sure it was a television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. The witness has testified he heard the time. Alright, here we go. Present the blackout record saying that it was out from noon to 6 PM. No music. I got it right. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah! The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. And you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Alright, here we go. He's sweating buckets now, hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Now we know. The faces in the bottom. Nice. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. It was a statue, actually. Easy peasy. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
You with your objections and your evidence. Well, just who do you think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Sarwit.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you just tilt it and it says the time out loud, and it doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
Whoops, didn't press the right thing.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet, the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove that you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sarwit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
No.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never, look, the clock, I heard no, I mean, I saw, you had a toupee on. Shut up, I hate you.
It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn, give him death. Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
You claim the sound of the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sarwit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sarwit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sarwit, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh, what's he talking about?
While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. I don't know how to say that word. Unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sarwit.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sarwit. Chief, listen up, Wright? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief... Oh, hello. Oh, it's 30 minutes. Let's finish. This is right near the end, so let's finish this for the first episode. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes, I remember this part of the story. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Haha, tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
It was the passport. She was away. I'm pretty sure. The victim has just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 PM there, here it's 1 AM the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sarwit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh, he just phoned and died. Not died, he just fainted. Okay.
Oh, order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. I had a bit of dead skin on my mouth. My lips.
Mr. Payne, your client? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry BUTZ, not guilty.
Oh, so epic, isn't it? It's amazing. It's great. I just love this game.
And with that, the court is adjourned.
It turns out that Frank Sarwit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sarwit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sarwit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3, 2:32 PM, District Court, Defendant Lobby, Number 2. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
Oh, my life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Good. Wait, no, I mean, bad. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Wind is gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was a... Never mind. Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry BUTZ. Innocent.
Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? A treat.
Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook.
Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Oh, actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry?
Larry. Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Now, I'm not so sure. I think it's maybe because she kept the present? Maybe? Check this out, Larry. Prove positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? Where'd you get that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled.
Hmm? She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think
so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better. Alright. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to the innocent BUTZ. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him? Yeah, part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Getting a bit friendly there, Mia. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident, and my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end! That was good. That was good. Alrighty, a brand new episode has been added. Turnabout Sisters. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did, please give the video a like, subscribe, and write me a comment. And I know that I've been starting new series all the time, but that's just because I don't know what I want to play. Usually, after I edit a video, I sit on the computer and I'm like, what should I play? And I just play something different all the time, and I should probably get around to finishing it. Don't worry, a new episode of... Actually, by the time this is uploaded, a new episode of Heavy Rain would be done, and so I hope you guys enjoy. I've already done the intro, the outro. What am I doing? I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.